watching Fut-Afrique. We're reliving those magical moments of Côte d'Ivoire 2023, a moment that will live in the hearts of many as the 11th of February 2024. This is when the final of the 2023 Afcon took place. It was Nigeria and Côte d'Ivoire going head-to-head at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium. Nigeria, who really were gunning for glory, but Côte d'Ivoire, a phoenix that rose from the ashes. It was a story that many did not predict to go the way in which it did, but a man who I know was shattered, battered, and bruised is about to give us a report as to how this final went about.
Itu and Brian, guess what? My therapist tells me I will be just okay. I have to be honest, I'm still dealing with the trauma of losing that final. And to make matters worse, our good friend Christophe Bongo was caught wearing the orange jersey of the Elephants of Côte d'Ivoire. Could you believe that? That orange shirt reminded me of the beautiful sea of orange that decorated the stadium named after the president, who was also present on the 11th of February 2024. The packed stadium erupted like a volcano as the Elephants of Côte d'Ivoire became the first host nation to win the Afcon title on its shores since Egypt in 2006. What a magical night! It was simply written in the stars for MSV to do what Jean-Louis Gasset could not do, and that was to bring joy to the hearts and faces of every Ivorian worldwide. But let's explore what went wrong with the Super Eagles in the final. If you ask me, Coach Basero got his tactics wrong. Credit to the Portuguese tactician, but he should have known that packing the Nigerian team bus in front of a fired-up home crowd and a team with a point to prove would simply not work. In the semi-finals against South Africa, the cracks in his defensive setup began to show. And against the host, the Portuguese needed to switch it up again, possibly to return to a back four. Nigeria's Afcon dreams were dashed in the second half of the finals when goalkeeper Nwabali suddenly decided to go sightseeing in the middle of the match in Abidjan. If only he had stayed composed on his line, I think he would have caught that well-directed header from Frank Casey. Once the Ivorians got their equalizer, heads dropped in the Super Eagles camp. Sébastien Haller getting the late winner came courtesy of Simon Adingra, proving way too pacey for a tired Olayaina, who did not have the support of the likes of Kelechi Iheanacho, who was caught ball watching. There were 9 Nigerian players in the box to 4 Ivorians. What a moment! The winning goal was as a result of too many poor defensive performances from back to front for the Nigerians, who were totally outclassed in the midfield. They were tired. Then came VAR, missing the big moments when Casey, who equalized for the host, could have easily seen red after elbowing Sanusi. But no excuses. The best team on the day won. But I can guarantee you the Super Eagles will be back in Morocco to claim back their title from the Ivorians.
Well, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. That's how it ended up out in Côte d'Ivoire, the host nation who welcomed the world into their country, finally showing the world what they're made of. The new little elephants, the calves, now have a name for themselves. What a moment.
You know what Adelani failed to talk about? He's still over the jollof.
He really does.
He said after this, if Nigeria loses, he'll buy us jollof. So we'll see.
I don't think I want Nigerian jollof though. I'd rather have Ghanaian jollof as opposed to Nigerian jollof. But I want us to talk about, Brian, how the world has their eyes on Côte d'Ivoire and just how Ivorian players are now being welcomed, being accepted and appreciated. And we saw this specifically when the players went back to their clubs.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Sangaro went back to Nottingham Forest and it was so cute.
Crazy. I mean, I also watched the return of Haller. at Borussia Dortmund.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool.
Oh, that was beautiful because the players were all standing in a staircase and waiting for him, and then they had these confetti stuff that's waiting for him as well. And then as soon as he walked in, you saw there was a massive banner that said, "The comeback king is here."
Yeah.
I thought that was beautiful. When he walked in, you could actually feel the love that comes with it. For me, that was a beautiful moment. And this is what you want to see more of.
Yeah.
When players come back after doing very well at competitions. I mean, the story of Hala was a very touching one. I mean, from suffering from cancer to eventually finding himself playing football again, and to being in a team when nobody expected him to be in a team, when he was deemed to be surplus to the requirement of the previous coach, to be given a starter, to score in both the semis and the final, and becoming one of the few players to actually do that and winning the competition. So that's a brilliant one to say overall.
I mean, you talk about the story of Hala, and I can't not think about Eriksen, right? We all remember what happened with Eriksen, and he came back. I think for Hala, it's just that obviously he lifted silverware.
Yeah. It's for me, it's moments like this why we love the beautiful game.
Yeah.
Because it's always those touching human stories that comes with it. And it is how you have the support structure nobody sees and talks about. How a coach believes in you and brings you into the team when nobody else is, everybody's saying, nah, it is not good enough. And when those moments comes and everything gets delivered, you sit down and wonder and say, wow, what a moment. And this for me was one of those competitions.
Yeah.
You look at when Côte d'Ivoire played in the final to get to the game itself, Kasunu returned into the starting 11.
Yes.
Boli played in the previous game, Kasunu returned. For me, what was shocking for Nigeria was to see Osayi not playing in the starting 11 after a brilliant game he had against South Africa, but they brought back Sanusi into the starting 11, who was injured in a game against South Africa. Also Simon, who was a problem for all the teams, including getting 2 men of the matches, also having 2 assists before they got into the final itself, sitting on the bench. Instead, they went to Chukwueze. And I was like, something is amiss here. And they came and paid dearly. But it is the comeback kings for me. There were 5 moments, Itu, in this final.
Give me your moments. Give me your moments.
The first moment was on the 34th minute.
Yes.
When Nigeria actually had a chance going forward. And it was Kessie who got in there and really got the ball back, gave it to Adingra. They went forward, a shot was taken, pumped away by the goalkeeper Nwabali.
Yes.
The second moment, the goal for Nigeria. It was when the ball was played in the corner from a corner kick.
Give me the time for Nigeria, because
38th minute.
There was a pattern within the competition as to within a specific time frame, Nigeria is going to score.
Yeah. 38th, 34th minute, Côte d'Ivoire had a chance to score, couldn't score. 38th minute, Nigeria scored a goal.
And it's in that time.
It is that time when they actually do it.
Just almost the end of the first half, Nigeria will come.
They'll come in and score a goal. They scored a goal there after half-dead ball came off the header, and then it was Trostekong found the back of the net. Then, a wonderful block when Côte d'Ivoire had gone forward. Adingra was a problem on the day.
Yes.
Nwabali pumped the ball away, saved it. Bassi saved the day, cleared the ball away. But 62nd minute, look at the time, 50th minute?
Yes.
62nd minute.
Yes.
That's when Côte d'Ivoire found the equalizer.
Got you.
Another half-cleared ball, Adingra creating a ball, plays a corner in, and the goalkeeper was tracking back Nwabali, trying to go back to his line, header into the back by Kessie. You go back now, 19 minutes later, that was the icing on the cake. Adingra, once again, a run on the right-hand side of thing, takes Aina to clean us, takes Ajay to clean us, cross the ball in, Hala, his very long leg just coming in, toe poke the ball into the back of the net, 2-1 the scoreline.
When many people were asking, where is Hala? He was like, well, I am here.
I'm gonna make you holla, holla, holla,
What was that?
holla, holla. That's what happened on the day.
Heavyweight of the airwaves. I think the biggest lesson that we can take from this African Cup of Nations, Peter Mosimane has echoed it so many times. It's not about how you start, but it's more about how you finished. Côte d'Ivoire, the deserving champions of the Africa Cup of Nations, they didn't come back once in this competition. They didn't come back twice, but it was more than that, and they truly, truly deserve it.